No, the mistress of ceremony, which is no code. Because, yes, I'm just trying to get my live stream done. Okay. I don't know why it's not doing this. Yeah, I'm just trying to get my live stream done.
Okay, before we start, that's our phone, on guard rating, on. Okay. Order, the historic town of Louisville, regular council meeting at 7:30. Right now, we'll go into recess
Yes.
and then we'll reconvene shortly.
Good evening, everyone. Good evening, everyone. Good evening. Would you please stay? For now,
Of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. That's the great.
please come up with your presentation for tonight. There, you do what the honor of the development and housing.
You can go up to the podium. Thank you.
Good evening, everyone. My honor to welcome you to our historic town. Historic town meeting here swearing in ceremony. We have dignitaries in the house, the council members, commissioners of the state municipalities. If not, I would say in the church, you should go and you are officially welcome.
We are now swearing in.
We have to read. All four. And this is part of an. You are. All four at this time. Yes.
I, Donald Matt. I, Donald Matt. Do solemnly swear. Do solemnly swear. That I will support. That and defend the Constitution and government of the United States. Of the United States. State of Florida, and the town of Houston. That I am. Duly qualified to hold. Office under the Constitution of the state. And that I will. Well, and faithfully perform the duties of the town, council member, seat number 4, on which I am now, about to enter, so help me God.
That's where the other hand clap. And we kind of have Councilwoman Randall, Walker Randall, come forward with her representation. Let's get on the line, raise your hand. And repeat that again. I, Walker Randall, do solemnly swear that I will support, protect, and defend the Constitution of the government of the United States, the state of Florida, and the town of Houston. That I am duly qualified to hold office under the Constitution of the state. And that I will well and faithfully perform the duties of town council member. Seat number 5. On which I am now. About to enter. So help me God. All right, we right back. Right, it is supposed to give her another income.
We now have final term of order report,
Good evening, everyone. First off, I want to thank God for this opportunity. It has been a pleasure to serve. The questions everyone's been asking, I'm not going nowhere. I'm still in the fight. It takes me to Mark 4:39, and it says, "And he arose and rebuked the wind and said unto the seas, Peace, be still. And the wind ceased, and there was a great calm." On this evening, I'm very calm. I'm very ecstatic. First, I want to congratulate Councilman Mack on his victory in the end. I would also say in the next coming weeks, I would love to sit down and talk with Councilman Mack on some things that's going on. This journey hasn't been easy. When you put in the fire, you got to get in the hot grease. You're gonna be ridiculed. You're gonna be prosecuted. Your name is gonna be thrown in the fire and in the mud. Untruths, but it's okay because I say again, peace, be still. I am very peaceful right now. I'm at a calm right now, but I'm not going anywhere. Accountability is at the forefront. If you thought I was something sitting up here, think about the accountability. We'll be sitting out there with you all. Accountability is there. Again, I want to tell everybody thank you. It reverts me back to an article I've been reading from 2002 from the Orlando Weekly. Some of the same players from 2002 are still the players that we have today. When are we going to take Eatonville to the next level? And I say it doesn't take this board, but it takes the people. We have to continue the fight of accountability. With people asking me, am I gonna step aside, not do work? That's not it. I want you to remember some names. It was thrown out a while ago that two brothers can be on council. We found out that's untrue. That's not the case. That's not what Florida statutes say. That's not what the Supreme Court says. But I'm gonna remind you of some names of family that's important to me. I want you to remember Martha Williams. That was my grandma. She used to sit out there in these council meetings. She's always been an advocate. Her and Ms. Eunice Baker used to come to these meetings and then go to Denny's afterwards. I want you to remember that. I want you to remember Gussie Mae Johnson. My grandma walked these streets, Miss Watts and all that, praying for these citizens and dealing with different people. I want you to remember that. I want you to remember my father, Charles Williams, who was not only a police officer, but a longtime person that did stuff here. I want you to remember my mom, Louisine Cummings, who always was an advocate here in the historic town of Eatonville. That legacy and that advocacy will continue with me. I'm not done. I'm here with you. Let the fight continue, and thank you.
Good evening, good evening. I'd like to ask the hardworking staff of the town of Eatonville, ask if you would each stand. Thank you.
You now have been into the fact that you can't.
Everybody hear me? All right, it feels great to sit back up here in this seat that I sat in for 5 years before being, wrongly removed by a judge. I would just like to thank the citizens. First of all, I'd like to thank, my Lord and Savior for being here on this evening and having everyone come out to, participate in this, ceremony that we're having. Thanks to all the citizens that believe in me to come up here and be able to push us forward and trust in my leadership and my service that I've always been contagious of doing up here, the time that I sat up here on this council board. And a lot of things that had occurred in my life, I put behind me because I serve a higher power, and that's the Lord. So the things that I've actually went through in this town just to get where I'm at now, I thank God for the journey that I've gone on. Some things are necessary in life. Sometimes God will put you through some things that you don't even understand. And I understood the assignment. I had to sit down for 2 years, but God permitted me to come back because he tapped me on my shoulder and said, "You still got work to do, son." Because you know what happened to me. And what happened to me, I would not want to happen to anyone, especially running for this office. We hold the highest office in this town. Sitting up here on this town, I don't take my job lightly. I appreciate everybody that even felt the need to support me this time. And they made sure that I just didn't win by 1 vote. And I can appreciate that. I really can. But I'll speak more on what I want to do in terms of moving the town forward. I just want to give you guys those words of advice. And, you know, just, I'm grateful. I'm grateful.
Good evening, everyone. The town council 101 grant. I would like to say this. 2 years ago, when I went back in 2022. I won because you asked the community to believe in me. You had faith in me, you had confidence in me. I consider myself a strong leader, proud to serve the town of Peachtree. I am committed to passion, integrity, and being a trustworthy person in the community. So some of my first priorities that I had that they make me still this way is being effective and also being effective in city. Doing things the right way. Have accountability for what we do, accountability for what you stand for, accountability to our towns, and not only that, accountability to you. You are also held accountable. when you need to, when I would like to see more involvement of the community being at the needs of the council, when you can come and express your concerns and your issues about what you feel that needs to be done here in the town of Peterbilt. I'm dedicated, I am here to serve, I'm not going anywhere, I will be here for 4 years. And I'm gonna do my very best to do what I know what I should do, and that is my best. I'm not here to try to put anything in my pocket, I'm not here to try to take advantage of anybody, the town, any programs, anything, do anything that's going to benefit me, I'm not here for that. The paycheck that I get is not even, I appreciate it, but it's not even enough for what I put in. There's countless hours and days that's put into the work. Being up here with this council, we see very glorious situation to a lot of you all, but there's a lot of work that is done. The work never ends. The work still goes on, and the work must be done, and it will be done. I want to say that I do support the administration for all the things that they have done. I do support everyone here in the town for what you have done and what you're about to do. We are going to greater and higher places here in the town. The town is changing. We have to accept change, everyone. We are not going to be operating in the same mode that we were doing 40, 50 years ago, or even 2 years ago. That's just how fast things are changing. And we're doing a great job trying to keep up with the changes. Eatonville will not be the Eatonville that it was years ago. But what we have to do in that is we have to always be sure that we keep our history of our town moving, no matter what. We know in the next 20, 30 years, this town is going to change by dynamics of the population, also diversity. We have to always keep that in mind, but never lose sight as to who you are and how we started. But it's not where we started, it's where we're going for the future. I leave this with you. I leave this with you, and that is, I am accountable. I will be here for you. I'm still going to do the same things that I've been doing before. I don't mind knocking on your door. Then if you all in here, I have visit you at your homes. I don't mind calling you up, asking you what your opinion about this, what are your concerns. I'm here for you. So my legacy that I leave with you for these 4 years, and it is, I am committed. I am your councilwoman. You want to contact me anytime, I'm here for you, and I will be here for you. And I thank you very much. I thank my son for being here. I thank my friends from Houston and Lake County for being here. I thank my brother for being here. I'm sorry my mother is not here. She was here last year. Most of you already remember my mom. She was not able to be here. And I will say that the person that I know that's smiling in heaven in the arms of the Lord is my husband, Vince Randolph. He served 3 terms here in the town of Peterbilt, and his legacy was passed down to me. And I know he's solid, and I know he is so proud of me right now. And I thank you everyone. We have a wonderful time. We enjoy you, and you stay here and enjoy some music greatness. And thank you very much. May God bless each and every one of you. Thank you.
Hello, Mr. Paul, thank you for tonight. Thank you for very much shared experiences that I had. For the elevation of this community, for the further to your work, and be willing to do it. Actually, great.
This continues, our oath of office ceremony. And there is a request to, have a brief moment of fellowship and refreshments before we reconvene the meeting, but it's at the discretion of this council.
They might get full and go to sleep, you know, don't go ready.
I'm sorry.
They might get full and go to sleep.
Okay, so you want to go ahead and get started? Okay. She's not. So are we gonna reconvene?
Yes.
Okay, it's 7:56.
7:56, we'll reconvene historic town of Meadville Town Council meeting. Madam Clerk, would we have a roll call?
Yes, Councilman Matt,
Here.
Councilman Randolph.
Here.
Councilwoman Randolph, I apologize. Councilman Washington. Vice Mayor Daniels.
We have a verification of the form,
Mhm.
so we'll continue with the agenda as it's printed. We've already had indication of what we want to have indication of it. We've already had a release.
Right.
So we can go ahead and go on to the next item, which is the approval of the agenda.
Vice Mayor, there are a few items that are being presented before the council for consideration to add to the actual consent agenda. And you have those in front of you. I can read them if you would like me to.
Yes, ma'am.
The first agenda item will be resolution 2024-8. This is a resolution supporting the certification results confirmed through the supervisor of election of the town of Eatonville for the March 19 general election. The second item will be resolution 2024-9, which is confirmation of re-elected official on the CRA board, which will be Councilwoman Randolph. The third item to be considered is resolution 2024-10, approval to appoint newly elected official Councilman Torres Mack to the CRA board. The next item will be resolution 2024-11, changing the signature requirements for checks issued by the town of Eatonville. That's by resolution 2024-11. And then final resolution 2024-12, changing the signature requirements for check signatures for the TOCRA CRA bank account with TD Bank. Those four items are being asked to be added to the consent agenda for approval.
We need to get a vote from the council.
Yes.
Put a motion on the floor that we accept the added amended agenda items to the current consent agenda.
Second with the question.
Question?
Yes, actually, I know we, dealt with this situation before, and I just wanted to, kind of speak on it if I can a little bit. I know we had issues with, because we all check signs up there, so I know we had issues in the past with people not wanting to sign checks. And a check just being hung out there with just one signature. And I think that was why, we went down the direction of just having one signature being enough to actually be able to facilitate whatever it is that we want to do in terms of getting something done. Now, I know we're requesting to have two signatures on there, which I don't have a problem with if this panel doesn't have a problem with it. But I think we definitely need to do our due diligence and signing these checks when they need to be signed. And I know we're, apprehended at times to do things that we don't want to do, but we still gotta do the duty and the will of the people. So those are the issues that we're gonna run into. It's gonna be problematic moving forward if we're gonna have a check just sitting there and happen to have two signatures on it. Because I know that's the problem that we have with, TOE as well as the, CRA. So,
We know that we'll make that, council notes, following the meeting there, concerning the check signing, we have check. There any other, I would like to move, agenda item number 3 down to council decision. If possible, if that's okay with the board. Any objections? Okay, so therefore we'll move down. We have a motion on the floor and a second to approve the consent agenda. All in favor, say aye. Aye. All opposed, say nay. Motion passes. Please, forgive me, folks, but we're still in there. Citizen participation. And clear.
Yes, we have two. We have Angela Thomas. Yes.
if possible, that we could, extend, not just planning zoning, but all boards, until we can get, more application in and then that in. Like I said, I mentioned that we have a lot of vacancies that really, we need to get more, calendar to be a part of these, so if we can extend all vacancies on the board, I'm willing to help get the flyers out, the same that it's what the other way, to get it out to the residents. And I'm not sure we can have business owners on these boards, but I think that would be a good idea as well, but that's what, I would like to, so if you could suspend this, maybe a month or whatever, see if we can get flyers out, get more application in for all of us, not just one.
Thank you, Ms. Thomas. Madam Clerk?
We have Joyce Arby.
Today I'm not talking about really, I'm talking about one. And these incredible people who work with them to stop cutting my water off when I can. February 27th. First of all, you can't go on. You can't take it over. February 22nd, I went to the office, what, $77. Here's 77. Came back 29 days later on March 27th. This drove 450 miles. I'm gonna take a step. No, I'm not. My water's cut off. 29 days after I paid it before. My water is cut off. So I go to Family Dollar and get some gallons of water. So the next morning, I'm like, why is my water? I paid it 29 days ago. The young lady said, it's not the fault. It's some kind of bad news. Well, there were other things. I said, I asked you what was due. He said $77. Well, I don't know. What do I, so anyway, what do I owe? $80-something. I used two gallons of water. 80-something, so I just think. But there are people who don't have time to argue with the people that town hall about improperly having their water. I can bitch and moan about it and whatever. I have. Like this, we got kids taking care of parents, we can't do that. So I'm asking you all, whoever knows anybody, somebody please work with whoever was in charge of this to stop violating people on the technicality of this 29 days. And he didn't tell you what your bill was, but you paid what we said for cutting off because it's cut off, Jay. That's all.
We have John Beecham.
And I congratulations to Carl Mack and his friend off. One thing is that I have a concern with our attorney when he gave us explanation of what streaming, and he explained it in a way that really was kind of concerning to me, if you know that with. And then this explanation on, are we gonna get the land back? Well, you didn't read it right, or it's like, well, you may get the land back, but screw what they would say that. And then, Mr. President, I'm concerned too, for the record, is that he allowed us to take the barriers to come present to us what they, because down that road, when we have a city planner, that can explain it to the town citizens in a way that we all can understand it. I mean, it may be a great thing, but I don't know what the question is. I think we can take our time, explain it to the town citizens. Ronald Reagan said, trust all things, but verify. And I think that we need to do a good job on verifying what people present to us. And the last thing is, I think we should replenish our planning and zoning boards, historical board, one of those things that present us with the future, because those things are very important, that we have planning and zoning in place now. And then we also have historical board and all other community boards that we have. Those kind of in place for us to make decisions. So that's almost like a purpose. So I just want to bring that to your attention. Thank you very much. Again, congratulations to the our new council.
Thank you, everyone, for your participation. Council decision. I have my, questions about, item number 3. But, we're on the council decision. We're moving it down. I apologize, folks, since we had those admin additions to the consent agenda.
Yeah, he's
Okay, I do, thank you. Make a motion that we approve the consent agenda with the necessary additions and with the necessary, I'm just thank you. It's been moved and properly second. All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
All opposed? Seeing that there is none, motion carries. Council decision. I had questions on having each member, I was gonna get to the attorney, that each member I thought should be voted upon separately. But hearing that, we have concerns of additional people wanting to be having, I thought that would possibly be an excellent move, not to suspend, but just to take this item to, and get more, if we have more participation from the citizen, but I'd like to hear, what the board has to say. It's not having been moved, I would just put it out there, yeah, let's just have a discussion before. Sorry, yes, discussion on, tabling or your concerns. Yes, ma'am.
Well, yes. I have been concurrence with, Mrs. Thomas' position. We do have, some vacancies, I believe, on some of our boards, is that correct?
Yes, we do. Yes.
And then it would be, I think, you know, this to the citizens and the residents here to, make sure that we fulfill our obligation, to make sure that we get more people involved in the town, and also get these boards. We have to keep in mind too, that we like to get as many people who qualify for these positions. Some of these boards, not too much for a while, and, we want to bring your expertise to the county, you know, so that way we can do things appropriately. And I will need a store preservation board that's along over you. And I think there will be council, planning and zoning board and very important. And I'm going to feel that as we go through the process, that this team has all of the better one to take each board, what those boards are going to see. So I am here to read it. Right now, it's not the time for us to deal with decisions to design through it and we done it properly, like we find residents and what we have to do this whole time. So we can participate. Thank you.
Board or
I'm in agreement with that we extend based upon what council names that we took. I have a
on applications, public application got for anyone, all.
Right now, we just have the one that's presented to you
So,
tonight.
if those people want to be on the board. Town hall been open, how many days?
Monday through Friday.
Okay. Is that up to you? Town hall, full application like these guys did. It's like, so it did. Not sit back and say, well, these people did, so these people do it, so we give you opportunity. Come on board that. That's not fair. If those people want to go on the board, they said, application in, that board came in this week or something, they want to.
Yeah.
But this is what we have at the moment, and this is what I will go with, that's what I'm saying. Thank you.
I just want to piggyback on what Councilman Washington just stated. I know in the past we had issues with things similar to this right here, and I think if you put it upon yourself to go and you signed up or want to be on the board, and you're the only name that's on that particular list, I think you should always, you know, push the issue, you know, putting that person on there, especially if they qualify for it. And again, secondly, I would just, you know, have to say this right here. We need to make sure that we're making, that's why I've always asked in my report, what positions do we have in terms of boards that are available? That's the question that I'm always asking, that I'm gonna always continue to ask during my report, because I think it's important for the citizens, because a lot of them don't know that these board, positions are available. And I know it's easy to say, oh, they got it listed or what have you, but we gotta continue educating our citizens why they can know, moving forward. That's just my opinion. We definitely need to do our due diligence and pushing forward to make sure that we're doing all the necessary things to make sure that we're staying sustainable in this, community by letting people, the citizens, especially the CEOs of this community know, what's available as far as board wise.
Another question, what make the person qualification? What make disqualified or qualified? What is the criteria?
I guess whatever they have laid, whatever it is, the criteria that you have to face upon applying for, it, right? Clerk?
Yes, for the boards, the qualifications, for the board is written and it's in our code.
Right.
And, that information is available.
So if they don't meet it, you won't put the application in the file, right? They don't meet it.
That's correct.
Seems that there is any more discussion internally. So we have to appoint these together, we separate from specific resolution.
So you have a few options. You have an option that you could table this resolution until the next meeting, or indefinitely. That would probably be the best option since it is written with 2 people in it right now. But before you do that, you should take public comment since this was moved, down on the agenda. If that answers your question, yes.
3 minutes for anyone that has any discussion on this item number 2.
Good evening, council members, fellow residents. I'm listening to the discussion, and I know when, in sitting in meetings consistently, we hear that there are board openings. And the clerk she does her due diligence and very timely with putting the request out to citizens to say that there are board vacancies. To the point that it also sounds sometimes like she's begging for citizens to come on the board. I read the agenda item, and be it made, whatever your thoughts are gonna be based upon my comments. First of all, you have one person that's an alternate that moves up simply because that's the process. Am I correct?
That would be the ideal situation, but the decision is at the discretion of the council.
Okay, so you have a person that's been serving as an alternate probably for 2 years, 2+ years. And then in reading the documents that are attached, you have another person that put an application in some time ago that the clerk has vetted and has now brought to you to be voted on. So the question is, what is the agenda behind it? Is there an agenda behind the individuals that are going to be voted on tonight? Are you questioning the process? Or if you open it up and you have 5 people apply for the positions for one board, how then do you decide? How do you rank the individuals? I think the town historically, and correct me again if I'm wrong, Madam Clerk, has, I think traditionally, it's been these boards are open. It's a first come, first served. You have your elected officials will typically reach out to people in the community that they feel may be able to serve effectively on those boards. So I would challenge you to think about what is, hopefully, there's not a hidden agenda behind the individuals that are before you to be voted on tonight. And if you're gonna change the process, you change the process after you vote tonight. Thank you.
Seeing that there is an attorney, we separate the names so we're all in the only.
Yeah, to determine if he's on the table.
Well, first, you're going to need a motion. You need to make a determination if you want to table this, or there are blanks in the section 3 to fill in. So if you want to separate it, then you could. If you wanted to appoint a member to a regular board member, you could do that and then not appoint an alternate member.
I would like to make a motion and we table this. Let me back this out so that we don't offend or disappoint anybody, particularly with clarity on this. Now we give the community an opportunity for one more chance to get them put out. Just like Councilman Mack just said, a lot of our residents don't. So now that it is an opportunity for them to get it, I was asked for, can we just table this, put a motion on the floor and continue this until next week?
I think it's voted down, I don't vote.
I move.
Motion, right here, I got a second.
I got a second,
Second,
no questions.
so let's go ahead and make vote, all in favor, say aye. Aye. All nay.
Thank you.
So it's 2-2, so motion fails.
No, yes.
Yes.
So now, going on from there, do I make a motion for resolution 2024-13 to appoint Julian Johnson?
No, it's just you.
No, we voted the table. See, we voted the table, we got it. And so now we're asking you to vote the individual, appointing Julian Johnson first for the board of, resolution 2024.
Yeah, so-
So, hold on.
Yes.
Let's clarify what the motion is, and what you're voting on. So your motion is for what now?
Julian Johnson will be appointed individual of the planning and zoning board as a regular board.
Okay. Okay. So if there's a second, then you can vote on that.
That's my motion. So Madam seconded, I know Council wants to move it. Let's take the vote, all in favor, say aye.
Aye.
All opposed, nay. Dies for.
I mean, it's 2 and 2, so it fails.
Dies.
Mhm.
My next motion is that we appoint Miller Quebec Jr. as an alternate board member. Of the planning zone. Have a motion, it's been moved, do I have a second?
Second.
Have a second, all in favor, say aye.
Aye.
All opposed,
No,
ayes have it. So that's that. There being no more decisions. Town reports, can we have the chief minister office report?
Yes, sir. Good evening, everyone. Tonight I have a few updates and congratulations to our current new Councilwoman Randolph on the reelection. A few updates on a few things that were brought up as the last meeting. We do have some ongoing projects that are taking place. And just here's a few rundowns. First, the newsletter for the second quarter of the year will go out this upcoming week. So that'll be going out to the community, and I'll solicit to the council. If you desire to have any remarks in the newsletter, please get them in by Wednesday of this week, but it's open to you if you have any comments. The new HVAC system was installed at the town hall. There's a few additional items that are being done as far as the roof, and that project should be complete within the next few weeks here, once that's approved. Transportation wise, there's been an ongoing conversation with the county, with Vision Zero, as well as BBH, who is handling the services for a Vision Zero program. Today, our Public Works Director, along with a few other staff members, met with the county staff, and we have positioned to discuss the speed levels for West Kennedy widening improvements, as well as some road diet issues on that. That is an ongoing discussion and will be brought up at our next stakeholders meeting for discussion. In our utilities department, as we know, we do have some ongoing opportunities for the Clean Water Act and drinking water programs that are happening. We are working on several items, the procurement process and the planning of these grant procedures. Also, we have a business development training opportunity for communities. I'm not sure if we placed it in the back, but it will be on our page, on our town page, for those that would like to at least prepare their local business to be considered for different grant opportunities that will be coming available in the town of Eatonville in the fall. Ms. Valerie and our CR and our not our CRA, but Ms. Valerie and the chamber is working to put together a program to host that for individuals that have businesses that are interested in pursuing opportunities from these grant opportunities and businesses within the community. Also, the wholesale agreement that was approved last week was approved by the city of Altamont, and so we will start the process of that. I believe the Ecos development will be able to receive their CO within the next few weeks with that taking place, and we'll have that verified at the next workshop. The town also has received, as of the beginning of March, a letter that we have completed the consent order with the DEP regarding the incompliance that we had in 2022. This process was headed by our Public Works Director, and we have met the consent order satisfaction, and we have a letter closing that consent order. I will like to note that because of what took place with our Public Works Director, we were able to use in-kind services instead of paying the fee. So they gave us an option to do improvements, and we were able to do improvements to all of our generators. And with those costs that are required to do those improvements, the fee that was due because of that non-compliance area that we had, we were able to mitigate that by not having to pay that. So again, thank you to our Public Works Director for hard work on that. And that consent order has been closed out with the state. We do have an update for the circuit renovation. The asbestos reports have been placed in, and I believe the owner is working along with our building and permitting department to start the next phase with that project. The community policing grant is underway. The final budget is being reviewed, and once that's submitted to the actual grantee or grantor, they will actually start the process of making the payments towards that, and we'll see continued movement with our policing department for community policing, as well as a community room being installed in our community. A few other updates: the recreation, the reopening of the pool is coming along really well. Our recreation coordinator is doing an amazing job coordinating with the vendors that's working in our pool. And we do have a grand opening date of May 25th, starting at 10 a.m. There will be some more information flyers for the community, but it will be open to all to come and support and be a part of that. As you know, we are also approaching the summer season, so we are looking at programming for our recreation. The last few items that I have on my list, of course, we are encouraging and also working with the community to find ways to hear from them on the different agendas and the different areas of focus from the community. And so our continued stakeholders meetings, as well as opportunities through other community meetings, are available at the community's access for that. And we'll continue those processes with that. I believe that is all the items that I have. If there's any questions, I'll take them at this time.
Thank you, CAO. Town attorney.
I congratulate all the elected officials tonight. I would be dressed a little nicer. However, Cliff Shepard sent me a text at 7, and the Orange County public meeting regarding the Hungerford property was running long. So I got here, and I appreciate you all for having me. Thank you.
Can I speak on that? I have to give insight. The reason for the mayor being absent is we did receive a call today from a board member asking about the next steps for that Hungerford property. And so myself and the mayor, as well as Cliff, our attorney Cliff went over to hear what their next stages are on that. They are actually still discussing that now with the hopes of finding a solution. I believe that we are going to find a solution. This was brought by the school board in an effort to say we will work with the town to resolve this with the pending lawsuit being resolved. And we have had conversations with the actual SBLC and PEC regarding this. They are fully aware of this, and we are trying to find a resolution. However, there are some litigation things as well as some items that must be worked out. So that's where Attorney Shepherd and the mayor is at this point. So please omit her absence at this point, and she will respond accordingly at the next present time.
Thank you very much. Councilman Mack.
Yes, like I said, I just want to thank my Lord and Savior for this opportunity to, serve and lead in this community. It feels great sitting back up here. I know it's a lot of things that we got to push forward with doing just to make sure that our town is sustainable. There's so many different things that I left on the table, that I was a liaison of and champion along the way that, we definitely got to put back on the table because I think it's going to make a lot of sense for the betterment of this community that we, strive for excellence. That's always been my, forte, is just doing all the things that the citizens want in this community. And, when I was out canvassing this, election cycle, I made sure that I, touched every door. Not that I didn't do it before, but I wanted to actually see every face in the town of Eatonville, because I think it's very important that we get to know each other. That's why I'm so big on doing community work in terms of just having a simple barbecue, fish fry, what have you. And those are the things that I'm gonna, implement while being in office, because I think it's very necessary. That's gonna bring us together, bring a lot of continuity, that's gonna make a lot of sense to be a lot, more contagious and just doing things the right way. And like I said, it takes a village. It just doesn't take us 5 sitting up here, even though we sit up here and have the most important job in this community, and that's doing the will of the people. We're gonna always do the will of the people, regardless of what people say, naysayers, or what have you, different or indifferent. We gotta do what's necessary for the community. But I do wanna, start off by thanking a few people. I'm gonna be as short as I can. I wanna thank my wife for being here and being so supportive, in my transition back into office. My mother, she's always been so supportive of, everything that I've done in life. And just my family, my family and friends. I got one of my best friends sitting back there. When you get people to come here and take an appreciation of what you're doing in the community, but not just for yourself, but for the whole town. I work for you guys. That's who I work for. I don't work for myself, I work for y'all. Whatever it is that y'all need me to do moving forward with anything, email, text message, calling me, I promise you, I'm gonna pick the phone up and call you back or get to you as soon as I can. But I will also, go down the direction of just thanking the citizens for, believing in me to, continue leading this, community. This is a great community. This is a lot of history. August 15, 1887, to be exact. Our 27, men that founded this town, they're looking down on us right now and wanting us to make some great decisions and move this town forward. And that's what, I'm willing and able to do by sitting up here. And, that's what I will do. That's what I will do. And, I just want to acknowledge a few people, if I can. Miss Kathy Mills, she's been tremendous. My mother-in-law, Miss Benita Brazil, she's been tremendous also by just helping me out, along the way while I'm out here canvassing and doing all the things. Countless nights of barely getting any sleep because I know what's necessary. I know how important this election was. That's why I fought hard. That's why I worked hard. I work hard, and I don't want to get into all the details of what the actual outcome was, but I was victorious. And I do take my hats off to every candidate that participated in this, because this is not an easy job. It looks easy by just sitting up here and making decisions saying yeah or nay, right? But we got to make sure that we're making a conscious decision and moving forward and making an educated decision that's going to be sustainable for this community, guys. We got to make sure that we're doing the will of the people, man. And congratulations to Ms. Wanda Randolph on being reelected. Congratulations to Crystal Short Bertrand for just having the will to even want to be a difference in the community. So thank you for even just having the desire to want to run to be an elected official. It's a tough job. This is my third time. Well, this is my 4th time running, 3rd term, sitting up here on this panel, and I will continue doing all the necessary things to make sure that I'm doing the will of the people at all costs. I want to also thank everybody that contributed was a donor, to my campaign. Thank you, thank you, thank you. I really appreciate it. Whether you know it or not, you guys really helped pave the way for me, getting to that victory. And, I can't thank you enough. And I'm truly honored, and it's just a privilege just to be in this position. I don't take being an elected official lightly. This is something that I take very serious. This is something that I will continue taking serious. I know we got a lot of things that we need to get done in this community. Normally, I'm the last one to speak during my report because I'm the only one, and I ain't gonna keep you guys too much longer. But I just wanna make sure that I'm holding the you know, holding us all accountable. Please hold me accountable. And I heard Mr. Daniels stated during his report, hey, we all gotta be held accountable. And I'm eager to sit down with Mr. Daniels. I'm eager, you know what I'm saying? Because these are the things that we gotta do. You know, we gotta separate our differences, whether we have them or not. We gotta move the town forward. You know, I know there's gonna be some things that we're not gonna agree on. Trust me, you know, but we gotta make sure that we're moving forward, guys. And I will, I got 4 issues that I wanna just kind of like briefly go over if I can. It ain't gonna take long, I promise. Because these are the issues that I want to speak on. Not tonight. Not tonight, see my citizens, I gotta listen to my citizens, so. These will be issues that I bring up in our next council meeting. But thank you to everybody that, played a major role in me, getting elected. Thank y'all so much. God bless.
Thank you.
I already know.
Okay, I wanted to thank everyone for this one. And, congratulations to, Councilman Mack. And look forward to, serving the council this meeting. And also, I want to say thank you, Marvin Daniels, for your service. My home, you were in race, and I think you did a really good job. But you know, of course, we get our call on one person team. So just hang in there, because like I say, I'm here for 4 years. And so this is still there. And I thank you very much. Thank you very much. And I love everybody. Thank you very much. And you all have a safe trip and home.
Back up. Yeah. We both candidates that's. That long road to go, short time to get there, so. It's got looks, add on this little, thing from out, that's all I have.
Thank you, sir. Also, thank you, for everyone coming. Also, congratulations to the newly sworn in members of council. Look forward to working with you. See it always possible. Could you give me the, where we are with the trash contract? You know, we're doing one thing and I don't know where we are as far as saying how we get you being paid for those residents that we have put into just a conversation that we had, you know, all the time.
Yes.
And also, I think I asked for the names of the mayor, or names and recommendation for the mayor and the accelerator. If I'm not mistaken, I got those. I was here for that, but I'll follow that. Yes, I just think those were names for the mayor and recommendation for the accelerator. We'd like to thank everyone for coming out. Progress through understanding has always been vital. And we thank you, and I made a motion that we adjourn.
Second.
Motion been moved to second. All in favor, say aye. Everybody, have a great night.
And for the record, it's 8:35.